Hello. So last time we, well, we did a lot of things. We learned that Hannah and Eve are twins. We learned that Eve grew up in the house apart from Hannah because Hannah's parents did not want her, basically. We learned that Hannah seduced Simon, and Hannah and Eve would switch places all the times as twins after Eve's mom, Florence, died, kicked the bucket by falling down the stairs, which is very suspicious because then Hannah's parents died, and Eve was also the only one home, and she found them coming down from the attic. She lived in the attic. So there's a lot going on here. We learned that Eve is kind of the quote-unquote slutty one. We also learned that Eve is snitching to the police and saying that Simon's murder was fabricated by her and Hannah. So we need to know if that is true. We also learned that Eve apparently had a tattoo, or has a tattoo on her, I guess it'd be her left arm. I don't remember what of, but we were using that context clue and a couple others to help us identify who is who in which video. The thing that complicates it is we found one video where supposedly Eve was hooked up to a lie detector test, and she said that she started off saying her name was Hannah, and then she said, "Oh, sorry, haha." And the reason she said that, if she's telling the truth, that she's Eve and not Hannah, is because when you start a lie detector test, you have to start out by saying just your name in a general truth so that it can get calibrated. But if she's lying, then it's like, I don't know. That could just be there to fuck with you. I don't know. And then also, we realized that we still have a volume missing. You can refresh this, but I don't really know exactly what it does. Like, I'm refreshing it and nothing is happening. So I don't know. I also want to know, like, we don't really know if this mirror game actually has any type of connection to the videos at all. Probably not, but I just don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I have a couple other words that I want to try. I actually kind of want to try mirror game, and they said that if you put in quotes, you can actually see that phrase itself instead of just one. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Instead of like returning hits for both mirror and game, it would only return hits for mirror game. Okay, nothing, so it's probably nothing. What else do I want to do? I want to do lies because of the lie detector test. So let's go with lie. Yep, okay, we have another lie detector test up here. So, oh no, the bitrate's bad. Fuck. Fuck. I wonder if it's just because we have multiple people on, but I'm looking at my stream and it looks like kind of okay, even though it says it's unstable, so I don't know. It might be because we have multiple people using the internet now, but we'll see. All right, let's start with this video.
Yes, I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay. Lie detector. Oh man, looks like my stream is really lagging, but that's okay. We'll figure it out, girly. All right, let's watch this new one.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
And what was this first lie one? I've already tagged this before.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get back on the weekends, have a line, and want to go and blitz the house.
Blitz the house. Blitz the house down. Blitz the house down, blitz the house down.
My name. That was an impression I failed. Your lie detector works.
Ah! There we fucking go. So this is Hannah. This is Hannah. Oh my god. Okay, so the entire time, all of these July 3rd things. So Hannah is pretending to be Eve. Why is Hannah pretending to be Eve? Then maybe Eve's pretending to be Hannah as well? Oh my god. But also, that doesn't make a ton of sense, and I'm lagging. That doesn't make a ton of sense because... Why doesn't it make a ton of sense? I totally lost my train of thought. Like, why would they be switching now? Why would they be switching now? It doesn't make a ton of sense. So I have a few of these sessions logged from this day. I want to see if there's any other, I want to see, like, I want to rewatch them and see, okay, is this really, like, now knowing that this is Hannah. Okay, let's just watch.
Let's speak to a lawyer now. You have no weapon. You have nothing. And these stories we've been telling each other? Just that.
Stories. Just that. Stories. Okay, and what was the timestamp on that one? That was 12:05, and what was the one that I just did? 11:28. Wait, but that's the 3rd, and when was this one? Also the 3rd. So this actually comes after she says that this is already after they know it's Hannah. That's so interesting. Okay, that's 11:32. And this is 11:28, so this video is almost directly after we find out that this is Hannah. Let's see.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I found in their stories.
Huh. So, wait, that is so confusing because that means Hannah is pretending to be Eve, blaming the murder on Hannah, and the both of them, I guess, right? We gotta find the clip. We gotta find the clip where she admits to everything. Admission. Okay, this is July 3rd at 12:04. July 3rd. Hold on, let's watch this.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We turned down to the cellar. We knew we and my wife, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
You're lagging bad. Hey, Cake. Thank you for telling me. That's a real bummer to hear. I think it's whenever there are two people in the house using the Wi-Fi, unfortunately. It's just how it works. It's a bummer. So... So the watch was her touch, and that would make sense if it was Hannah's touch because, I mean, she was Simon's wife, so, but then it's, yeah. Huh. Oh man, I don't know where to go from here.
Felt lazy in her home, and I did. She came outside. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I know you're different. I grew up looking out my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
That's so interesting because now we know this is Hannah telling Eve's story. Pretending to be Eve. That's so interesting. So everything that we learned about Eve's backstory could be a total farce. That's wild, dude. Oh yeah, and then there's this like tapping. Like, what the hell is going on with this? That's okay. I need to look up Morse code. What the hell is happening? Oh, okay. Not responding. Yeah, so Morse code. I'm just Googling Morse code right now. Okay, I just need a visual. Okay, now I'm gonna watch this again. Oh man, you can't pause it? Redonkulous, dude. That was too much. Hold on. Okay, that would be like 3 dots, right? Oh my god. 3 dots is S. What? Oh my god. Okay, then it was like dash dot dot. What is dash dot dot? That's a D. Hold on, let's try that again. It was like dash dot dot dot, I think. What's dash dot dot dot? Oh, I don't think that's anything. Oh, dash dot 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 is B. SB! Wait, this actually might be something because SB. Hold the phone. SB. Hey, here's a database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Oh my god. Hold the phone. Okay, let's keep going, let's keep going. We need the Morse code up. Okay, that was 4 da-da-da-da. Okay, that was an H. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then it was like 5. What's 5 dots? I don't think anything is 5 dots. Ah! Oh my god. No, that was definitely 5. That's just a 5, like the number 5. I feel like I'm going insane. Okay, dash, dash. That's an M? H5M? High School Musical 5? I missed it, dude. I think I'm reading too much into this. Okay. Okay, that was another 5. H5N5? Girl, what are we doing? Literally, what are we doing? I need to take a break. I need to do it. That's crazy. I'm going insane. Wow. Okay, so I think, again, we need to... I'm just gonna stop streaming. It's so annoying. So annoying. I'm trying to have fun and I can't because 2 people are on the internet at the same time. Okay, let's go one more time. SBH5M5.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Okay, then it was a 4. So another H? H5M5H.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
4, which would be another H. Okay. And then it was 5 again. H5, H5M5H5. I don't know what to do with that. H5M5H5. He, me, he? But like, the fact that it's SB and there is an SB on here is crazy. Like, that is... What if I do SB? No. What if I try Morse, like Morse code? What about code?
When we went together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book.
Yep, there we go.
Code. Something prisoners of war would use. We tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
There we go. Really? I'm gonna have to decode this entire thing?
Dad thought we had mice, but we couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
Cat. Okay, so this was great. So now we're gonna have to do some more research. And you know, this is reminding me a lot of, it's reminding me a lot of, oh my god, what's that card game? Inscription. So what was it? The prisoners what?
When we went together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code.
The knock code. The knock code, prisoners of war. All right, the tap code, sometimes called the knock code, is a way to encode text messages on a letter-by-letter basis in a very simple way. The message is translated using a series of tap sounds, hence its name. The tap code is based on a Polybius square, what the fuck, using a 5x5 grid of letters representing all the letters of the Latin alphabet except for K, which is represented by C. Each letter is communicated by tapping two numbers, the first designating the row, and the second, after a pause, designating the column. For example, the letter B, one taps once, pauses, then taps twice. Oh my god. Okay, so let's try, we're gonna do this one first. Oh my god, it's so fast. Okay. Nope. 3, 1. Okay, so the first couplet is 3, 1. The second is 3, 1, and then 1, 3, 3, 4. We need to do it again. 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2. 5, 2 is the third. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it again. 3, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 3. 5, 3. Oh my god. Okay, we're almost done. 3. No. Okay, 4, 5, 2. Wait. Oh my god. Now I'm scared. I feel like I got it wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 2. 5. 3. It's 4. It's 5, 4 in that in the second to last one. Yep. 5. Wait. Wait. That's not enough couplets. What? Okay, let's try and oh my god, let's try it. Let's try and decode what we can. So row 3, column 1 is L. So this would be an L. Row 3, column 4 is O. Row 5, column 2 is W. Row 5, column 4 is Y. Okay, yeah, this isn't. Huh. That's L-O-W-Y is weird. Okay, let's watch it again. Actually, I just want to read a little bit more. So the listener only needs to discriminate the timing of the taps to isolate letters. The pause between each number in a pair is shorter than the pause between letters. Oh, the letter X is used to break up sentences and K for acknowledgements. Interesting. All right, let's, I guess, give this another go. This is so fun. Hold on. This is so difficult. I think I'm getting the same thing. 3-1. Three, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, the last one is 5. But that leaves us like one letter short. So I just want to count how many letters there would be. That's 9 letters, it's not 10. Where am I getting it wrong? I have L-O-W-Y, that's not correct. Unless this is supposed to be not a fucking pause. Like, is it supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that even right? Like, I feel like I'm gonna waste so much time doing this. There's no way that's not a pause, though. One, two, three, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 4. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, 5. Girl, she didn't finish it. Lowy? Lowy? Oi, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna have to try and do this one to see if we're...
We worked together with send secret messages by tapping out code.
Make sure we're not crazy.
The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
It's already awful. my god.
Floor.
Okay, so I think I have the first three. I think it's 1, 2, 5, 4, 1, 4.
Into pipes or the attic floor.
1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think it was 1, 1. Ay, ay, ay.
Pipes or the attic floor.
1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3. A lot of threes. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, let's try and decode what that is. So row 1, column 2 is B. Row 5, column 4 is Y. Row 1, column 4 is D. BYD. This already doesn't make sense. The first designating the row, and the second, after a pause, designating the column. Yeah, so for B, one taps once, pauses, then taps twice. This isn't working for me. Well, let's just keep going. Row 2, column 3 is H. BYDH. Oh my gosh. 1, 1 is A. BYDHA. Row 3, column 3 is N. Then it would be another N. And then 1, 1 is another A. Oh, Hannah. Yeah. But what is BYD? BYD Hannah? Is it supposed to be bad Hannah? One more time. But we have the cadence right, because Hannah would make sense.
When we worked together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use.
The Y
Tap
can't
them
be
out
wrong.
on radiator pipes or the attic floor. Dad thought we had mice.
It's definitely BYD Hannah. Huh. What is Loey? Loey's gonna drive me crazy.
Bruce.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no, it's not.
wrong one.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Three one, 3 4, 5 2, 5 3. So I got 5 3, and I got 5 3 a different time as well, and then I changed it to 5 4. So let's just listen one more time, because it's still, that would be an X if it was 5 3, which would mean low. And then like X said it was meant to represent the end of sentences. So if that's true, it could just be low, like could be the code, which would make a little bit more sense. But then she was starting to type out another 5.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
1 2 3 1 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. No, that's a 4. Yeah, Loey, girl. Girl, I think you need to get better at your you need to get better at your tapping skills. Loey? The fuck? And then she didn't finish it. She definitely didn't finish it. Loey. Can we look at just low? No. That's so interesting. And then BYD Hannah. They keep like talking about like palindromes. Why don't we try palindrome? No, we have both. I mean, let's just watch them again.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street. He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. Guessed my name from letter 2. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
So that was at 11:54, and when did the admission happen? $11:28.
My name? That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Huh. We have the last clip. That's crazy. But we still have a volume missing, so I don't know. Oh my god, her playing the guitar. I forgot we haven't watched that yet.
Thanks. Please find Simon. I love him so much.
Okay, that was one of the first days.
No. I mean, everyone loves Simon. He was so nice to everyone. He loves me. Cute. You must love them very much. What ages are they?
What?
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. Sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So they both had a love for the captain's son.
For Simon.
But he only cared for the youngest one. All that dreadful oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. She pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims a swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Okay. A traditional ballad. Chit chat? What? What? buzz when you're ready. What? Why do it, like, what triggered that? Have we found like half the videos? Oh my god, she sings again. Are you serious?
Really? Okay. Here's the rest.
This woman is psychotic.
Yes, the only tune that the field could play was all the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you say may be used as evidence against you.
That's insane. I thought I had tried Finger before and it didn't like really come up with anything. Okay, I want to try Doc because that was in her song. I'm like, are there any other mentions of the Doc? No, there are not. Okay, well, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to refill my drink and maybe get a little snack, and I'll be right back. Okay, What could BYD mean? BYD or Loey? Like, what the fuck is Loey? Bring your dad. Bring your dad. LOL. What about like admit? No. No, none for prison. That's crazy. What about like guilt? No, she's not guilty actually. What about like free? Damn, okay. What about money? Yeah.
Sure. I do all the bills and paperwork and handle all the money stuff, so it should be easy for me to find. Do you want them dropped off to you?
Okay.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
The fuck is a glazier?
If you put me on You've Been Framed, I want the money.
Okay, that wasn't as exciting as I thought.
Mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
I might just Google, like, what the fuck is a glazier?
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaziers.
I'm just Googling, what the fuck is a glazier? Pissing me off. Pissing me off. Person who cuts and sets glass. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I think we did already try parents, but I just want to try again. Okay, this one we haven't watched.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. Miscarriage and then my parents.
So is Hannah why was Hannah pretending to be Eve? Or wait, did I just like completely conflate that entire thing earlier? Because she was laughing and she was like, oh, you got that right. So maybe that still is Eve. Because she never said, my name is Eve. She said, my name's Hannah, and then she laughed and said, sorry. So I think I just conflated that entire thing where Hannah was pretending to be Eve. I think I'm an idiot. Yeah, I think, oh my God. Guys, I think I'm a dum-dum. Hold on. I think I looked way too hard into that.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, and because then it said this. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Where did I say this is Hannah? Oh my god, I think I'm so stupid.
My name. That was the impression, I think. The lie detector works.
Okay, so that is Eve. No, that is still. No, guys, I feel so dumb.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
No entries found. We just watched the clip that said the body. Okay, hold on. We have to. To narrow a search, use multiple words, e.g. robbery supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas. So is that... What is the inverted comma? Is that what this is? Oh my god, it is. Okay. Sorry.
Can you imagine? I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty though. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
I don't know. Oh, I killed.
She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair?
Oh!
I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Okay, so there we go. Simon was having an affair. Jesus Christ. There we fucking go. We missed some key info there, my guy.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. We've spoken with the hospital.
Oh my god. Wait.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. We've spoken with the hospital.
I'm also realizing this isn't working in the way in which I thought, because she does not say I killed in... I think she says I killed in this one, but in the other one she doesn't, so that's interesting. But it still worked, so, like, whatever, but... This is so interesting, dude. So let's look at affair.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Well, I mean, here you say he is. So June 30th, July 1st. But this is Eve.
You're reaching here. I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad?
Did Eve have a baby?
I'm so obsessed with sex and affairs. You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
So that's Eve pretending to be Hannah, I guess. Dude, oh. I don't know. So that's July 1st. How many videos are there from like July 2nd? I feel I have a lot of the videos after this. I have a majority of the videos after this. This is so interesting. I'm missing a lot of the exposition, actually. I'm kind of missing a key bit like everywhere. But they're definitely communicating to each other. No birth.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Okay. Let me just make sure I know what a shotgun wedding is. Not a fucking movie, dude. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, because she got pregnant at 17, so. Okay, trying to think. Yeah, maybe wedding? Oh, there's a lot for sex.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Girl, you're in an investigation. Nothing's private.
Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Okay, Hannah. Ooh, some nice hits for a question.
Have I ever cheated on Simon? You asked that question yesterday.
Do they know that one of them is that they're swapping?
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. They say you've been asking a lot of questions about me.
Ooh.
Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Doug and Eleanor are Simon's parents, yeah.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence?
We should search for evidence.
It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead. Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Well, yeah, they fucking know, dude. So when was that one? Ooh, okay, getting towards the end. What about like? Well, let's do evidence. Let's do evidence first. No. Okay, how about like no? Like we know. Good hits. Good hits.
Stupid argument, nothing specific.
About your baby?
Push your buttons better than those you're close to.
This is true. But is this about the baby?
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there. Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games.
Amstrad computer?
Save the Princess. That kind of thing.
So much like princess.
At the time they said it was poison. Food poisoning.
About her parents.
I mean, I felt so guilty.
I searched for guilty. Nothing came up.
Maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
50%. Huh. 50%. Percent. I don't know. What about just like yes?
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
I really wish I could see what the last video was. Ooh, yeah, I wanted to see, like, you're right.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Okay, this is important information. Yeah, we don't have a lot going on right here, this June 27th date. There's a lot of missing data. It's this row and then, yeah, the second to last row, this bit that we have the most missing and kind of right here. So, staying at a friend's, staying with Eve.
That can't be right. In the bedroom.
What's in the bedroom?
I sleep on the right side of the bed as you come in from the door. You can tell because I have two pillows and he just has one.
Pillow is another that's come up a few times.
Hurt someone. that from time to time, right? You just want to lash out.
Yeah. Ooh.
In the bedroom.
Okay, what happened in the bedroom?
Okay.
I don't think I've seen this outfit
I
yet.
parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left.
I've definitely seen this
I
before.
walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
I've definitely seen this.
Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough? He wasn't there. Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I didn't answer. I took my keys out of my bag. I walked straight. Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember well I went over the river. And then there was a church there. Yeah. And I probably parked, well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. There it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Interesting that Princess returns princes as well. Ay, ay, ay. I don't really even like know what the goal is anymore. I'm just like having fun. I'm trying to get all of the little videos. I can't believe we're only 50%. That's so crazy. We're all crazy. Call me crazy. Oh, there's quite a few.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy.
I just can't
So I
sleep.
must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
June 18th. Wait, this has to be one of the early ones. One of the fucking early ones. Okay, so yeah, so this is like the reporting of the incident. And I'm surprised that I have so many of these in the first row because I'm like, I feel like for most of it, it's just like she already knows that he's dead. So this goes from June 18th to like July 3rd. So it's a long time.
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew
Simon wants to kill him. Why would someone that knew Simon want to kill him? Ooh, and this is the confession. The entire confession.
her stories that she waited for me?
Her story!
She put on my wig, some of my clothes.
Hold the phone. This is important.
That she'd waited for him to come back.
She'd waited. Her being
She
Hannah.
put on my wig, some of my clothes.
She pretended to be Eve.
Pretended to be. They talked. She enjoyed being there. He said he wanted to be with me.
What?
Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
Ooh!
Just like the one he'd given her earlier.
Oh my god.
That unique present. She went crazy.
Oh.
Smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Oh my god. I think, okay. So, yes, they had an argument about the baby. He meets Eve at the bar as she's moonlighting, and they hit it off. She's like, "You're uncanny." Dude, oh my god. Because his relationship with Hannah got stale over the years. Eve was exciting. They met. Oh my god. Okay, it's all coming together. If we can trust what Eve is saying is the thing. Oh my god. I don't even know what to call this one. Her story. Her story. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, that's literally everything. So, I mean, done. If we believe Eve. Do we believe Eve, though? We only have like 55 to 60% of the data. But, yeah, so Hannah, like, this kind of makes sense based off of what I've seen so far. But also, like, it's hard to trust any of it because they're communicating through this tapping system. So Eve could still just be like telling some bullshit story, but if Hannah's, but like at this point, why would she tell that? Because she's implicating both of them on the murders. They're both gonna, like, what's the motive anymore? They're both going to jail at this. They're both going to fucking prison. Hannah for first-degree murder and Eve for, being an accomplice, so like second degree. I don't know if that counts as second-degree murder or maybe third degree. But she helped plan it, so it's like the intent, I think, is the most important part, and the intent was to kill him, so probably second-degree murder for her. In any case, so Simon's wanted to be with Eve. Hannah pretended to be Eve. She got upset, took the mirror, slashed his throat. Like, that all could check out. That all could check out. We don't know if it's real. But that, I'm kind of eating that. And that is one of the last ones. So that makes a ton of sense to me. This was the video we were looking for. That was the exact video that we were looking for. Okay. So why didn't that video come up when I searched for throat? Oh, I guess I didn't search for throat? Okay. The throat goat. How? I don't know, even though it's slit his little throat.
Like I said before, it was 3. Something like that. I walked in. Saw Simon.
Oh, man.
Was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood.
Il y avait beaucoup de sang.
He was dead.
Il était mort. Okay. Did. I'm just having fun, just searching words.
Really, the baby. Simon's dead, but the baby.
I thought she miscarried.
That's how he will live on. Our baby.
So this is what I'm getting confused by. I thought she miscarried at 8 months.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets.
Oh, duh, we haven't done
It
secret yet.
doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Cheated his expenses. Also, Oxford? What happened in Oxford? Ah, oh my god, I'm excited. Okay, I am going to be right back yet again. I'm having so much fun. Okay, be right back. Okay, I think, oh. It's time for more tape. I think we're gonna try one more time. Try one more time. Gonna try one more time. I also have food, so I hope the food isn't like gross. To listen to, I mean. And of course, the bitrate's already trash. Yes, let's diagnose the issue. Configuration check. Excellent. That's interesting. It's an interesting take given all the other hesitations. Oh yeah, I can already see the lag. We're gonna stop. Okay, that's fun. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see what happened in Oxford, shall we? Okay. Conference will be my next word.
Are you sure? What did you do in Oxford for no conference? I remember calling him. Said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Oh, that was it. Okay.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked. Then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week. He offered to buy me a meal. I told them I had already eaten, and so I got chips and egg on the beach instead. When we said goodbye,
Eat on the beach.
he asked me to kiss him. Romantic.
Damn. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Okay, so I feel like I had searched Kiss before, but okay, so he kept going to that bar week over week to meet Eve, and probably fell in love with her. So wow.
I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar.
Oh, but it was Simon.
I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon?
Shit.
The ones with the real life. Why not them?
Yeah. Wow, dude, this is crazy. I feel like I have everything that I need now. That's insane. Wow. I feel like I've pieced together the majority of it. That's interesting. I'm getting more in that layer. And I've gotten quite a bit in the beginning as well that I was missing. We're missing this 1, 2, 3, like this 5th row quite a bit, and then this like 12th row or so. But I do feel like I have the majority of what I need. It does say that we're still missing a volume, and I'm thinking we unlock it by doing the chit chat, but I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure. We tried conference, we tried bar. What about truth? I was just thinking they'd be like, this is the truth, you know what I mean? Let's try weekend, because they said a weekend in Oxford, right?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service.
This is the faking the finances on the company.
Had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, we were very romantic.
Okay, so that's just backstory about how they like did something with his work expenses. What about like fired? Was he fired? I feel like I already searched kid. Ooh.
Well, there you go. How many kids?
Okay, so that's just her talking to the detective.
Childhood sweetheart. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Okay.
No, it's okay. The other detective has just gone to get me.
The other detective? There are 2 of them. Just the 2 of us.
Must think it's very cool that their dad is a police detective.
Okay. So we're a man? Okay. Well, but we're not. We're just reviewing the footage. We're clearly a woman. I'm so sorry. We're gonna see if you can hear any of my mouth noises. I do apologize. What about mouth? Whoops.
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house.
Oh!
To our parents' house. To their house. It was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people.
Wow.
He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me.
Wow.
I was supposed to start laughing.
Sorry, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I think we've got most of the story at this point. This is such an interesting story. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
Tucked.
Oh my god, you look so cute.
Or not tucked.
Can you do tucked again? I'm sorry.
You gotta tuck it right, you know?
Tuck it right. Tuck it right. Tuck it tight. Tuck it right. Tuck it right. Tuck it tight. You're so cute. You're so pretty. Untucked.
Untucked? Okay.
It's a graduation. It's not a wedding. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too. Bye, baby.
Okay, so what about like martini? I don't know. I did that. It's literally because like I just had a martini. It was delicious. The thing is, I feel like I have what I need, but I also want, like, we still have mysteries surrounding BYD Hannah. Like, we didn't get any of the tapping solved. We have BYD Hannah, and then we also have Loey. Like, the fuck? I'm trying to think. Like, we still have this chunk in row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and row 4, to be fair, but like row 5 and then 6, 7, 8, 9. Row 5 and row, oh wait. Yeah, like row 5 and row 9. I want to fill them out a bit more. I feel like we also just need to like type in some like fucking dumb British shit. Like, what about like Willie? Okay, good. What about like British? What about breakfast? Oh wow, okay. What about lunch? Not launch. Lunch. No, Trey. Trey, slow down. Trey, you're drunk. Slow down. Dinner. Damn. What about sleep? That's a natural part of the day. Hey, there you go, motherfucker.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy.
I wasn't even thinking about it in the terms of fucking. So that's interesting to me because it is of my opinion that she's pretending to be Hannah in this case. And she's pretending to be Hannah even though she has Eve's tattoo. And she's saying Simon is very serious about his marriage. So that makes me believe that she's not pretending at some point. Like, did something happen on July 1st where they're like, we know you're Eve, you dumb bitch? What about bitch? Okay, that's good that there was no results. What about fun?
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build.
We've seen blonde many times.
Clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it.
Damn.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome.
Rome. Glasgow. Roma. Roma. Let's see what's up with this.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
That is interesting. I can't even read my own handwriting. It looks like I wrote Sears, but Rome was the other one. Damn, Rome only won in Yakjan? I wonder if I change it to 30 frames per second, if that'll help. Held the fine. Oh, it's just not gonna let me. Oh, great. Where's the FPS, bro? I think yeah, I think it's because I'm currently recording. Well, anyway. En tout cas. Okay, we don't get anything else about the Rome trip. What about Sears? No, I think it's time for the chit chat. She's our mom. Sarah. Wow. Wow. Sarah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, okay.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Interesting.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. Maybe they say you can have one cup.
Shh. Well, I guess her mom's just in prison, right? So, because I was thinking the whole time, I was like, I feel like we're like supposed to look like them, because I feel like we look like them, but yeah, the fact of the matter is we are her daughter, and that's so cool. That's so fucking cool. Wow. Wow, dude. This game is beautiful. Wow. We are missing still so much from this fourth row. And there's still... Sorry, I did not mean to do that. Like we're still missing so much.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. You could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Oh my god, me and my partner. Low-key. Speaking of which... Wait, why? Why is you tagged like that? That was a typo, motherfucker. That's hilarious.
What about us?
Well, now I want to go every letter of the alphabet. Stop. This is hilarious.
Black coffee, thanks.
Oh,
No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
that's super fucking cringy. That's crazy. That's psychotic, actually. Okay, we're not gonna get anywhere with that, but what about I? 187. Yeah. What about polite? I don't know, that's just like such a British word. You know what I mean? I'm polite. 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 England. Polite. What about blight? No, I'm kidding. What about ghost? I feel like that's some dramatic word they'd use. No, okay. I feel like I have a good grasp on the story, but I want to see... motherfucker, let's go.
Yes. Like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Okay, and where are we in that? That's not quite the beginning, middle, or end.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking. I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal.
What?
She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so much nowadays.
I do not What? She got that from a black and white photo? Oh, wow. A lot for husband. Let's see.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
Wait, what?
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
Hear from my husband? Isn't the whole reason you're here is because your husband's fucking kicked the bucket, my guy? Is that supposed to be Eve? It's not, because it's Hannah, because it's the tattoo. Waiting to hear from my husband. Right. I keep forgetting that at this point she doesn't know that he's dead. She doesn't know that he's dead, even though apparently, like, they co-conspired to kill him. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband. She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. So it's fine.
All of this from black and white photos? Like, what are we talking about? That seems crazy to me. Also, I'm very happy to see that the majority is very clearly now green, but we are still from this fifth row and ninth row. So what would happen before finding out that you're guilty or admitting? Because I feel like there's a gotcha moment, like where Eve will spill the beans, right? And so what would cause her to spill the beans? And like that's what I want to understand. That's what I want to understand. Like, help me understand. I completely spelled that wrong. Oh, okay.
Yes, I understand my rights. No, I don't need a lawyer.
I don't need a lawyer. June 3rd. So the majority... Wow, yeah. The majority of shit happened this day. This is when Eve explained everything.
We loved our cat, Domino.
Domino!
He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden.
Cat,
We used
bell.
to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we'd send them to each other.
Oh, that's so
I
smart.
found some of the notes once. She thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
We had our own words for things. Like a BYD? Oh, girl. Okay, so we are... Fuck. What about language? Like we had our own language. Girl, be so serious right now? Damn it. Well, let's try Belle. Okay, let's try cat. Haha.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows are really hard to open anyway. It's stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could I left a door open accidentally? There's a cat flap in the back door. No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it. This other person doesn't exist. I I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
You know, we haven't looked at wig yet, but
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
I mean, we know whose wig it is. We know it's Eve's.
What kind of wig?
Hannah lying. So we're Hannah's daughter. We are the daughter in this story. But I thought she had a miscarriage. This is why I'm so confused. So she did have the child. It wasn't...
Yeah. I was infertile. Thought I was.
Thought I was.
Infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
But... Let's look at this again.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy.
They thought...
But like the universe had corrected its course.
It's so fucked up.
My mind again.
That's so weird. I hate that. I hate that.
But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glazers and Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
Ouch. Then they were together for 10 years and they hated their marriage and you swooped in and you fucked him. You fucked him. You fucked him. Yeah. So now we have a majority of that fifth row. It's really just the end of this ninth that we have questions. But other than that, I feel pretty solid. I feel pretty solid that I understand now what happened. Even though I still don't understand what BYD Hannah is. And I feel like it was a red herring this entire time of them communicating with each other. But because they were communicating with each other. So I just don't... I don't completely understand. There's probably a couple things that I am missing. Most definitely. I think it might be time to go. I mean, I think we have everything that we need. Most of the stuff is from the third. It's like the explanation of everything. But could she be lying? And what's the point of this mirror game, girl? I'm assuming it's just for like a break. Trying to think if there's really anything else that I want to explore here. Ah.
okay, she's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity. Did the coach know? I don't know. It lasted about 6 months.
Them seeing each
I
other.
tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. I didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Okay, so this is when I was 17. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I understand what happened. Oh, querying. I didn't mean to. What about like peace? Ooh.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone knew from the Rock.
The Rock?
Could they have been my parents' fingerprints? I'm not sure how long they last for, but is that possible?
Okay, so I think we got some leads. Wow, yeah, let's go.
Fine. I've never had my fingerprints taken before. I once got my hand in the oven.
Yeah, this gives us a lot more to work with. Burn oven. Rock.
Fingerprints. Yes. Yeah. I want to clean them. I chose the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places?
I'm gonna admit I wasn't paying attention.
Yes. Yeah. I want to clean them. I chose the sheets too. Were the fingerprints in all those places? Really? Go on then. Take the cup. Run your fingerprints. They'll match. Fucking do it. It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with.
That's the name of the bar.
Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Peter? Hold on. Girl, we don't have a Peter or a whoever. Oh my lord. Who did she say?
It's the Rockington, some other, and the bar. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Oh my god, okay. There's a Peter and a Helen.
Oh god, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes Roz.
It's come up so many times.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic.
The
There's a
fuck?
Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Yeah, I was like, we've definitely done dollhouse, attics. Yeah, I mean, again, I think we know the general story here, but I'm so curious about this 9th block. This block in row 9 right at the end. That's the only thing left that has more than like 4 in a row. So that's the thing I wanna know about, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've already searched now. Ooh.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh. That was a really cool experience. Like, I can't say, like, is it, like, my favorite game ever? No, but, like, that was such a really cool... Like, I've never experienced a game like that before, and I'm really glad that I chose to play it, because it was such an interesting story, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that I missed, but like, the whole point is for her daughter to understand why her mom is imprisoned, right? And I think it's so interesting because it's like, the thing that I still want to understand is like, how she had the baby after quote unquote being infertile. Like something happened there that I missed. And I would love to know what that is. And I think that I will probably look it up after. Oh, SB, Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random or the unlock command. Admin random. Admin random or the unlock command? What?
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
I see. So this will just serve a random video. I understand. Wow. What about unlock? Huh. So I don't know how to do the command, but huh. Or the unlock command. What is the unlock command? Wow. Oh man, I like how it just dives you right back in. Wow. What about admin unlock? Is that what that does? Oh, account unlocked. Query maximum now set to 15. I see. Oh, very cool.
No, he was a shizzy. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Huh.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Glasgow, right?
I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
And we can actually see which ones had more. Yeah.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Wow, the fact that she calls her mom. I mean, she is her mom, right? Like, that is...
Yes, it was a cremation for the best.
Of Simon.
All black and had veils, so it was easy. And after the funeral, everyone came back to the house.
They switched during the funeral?
Sandwiches, and I stayed out of sight.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Why are they still switching? They're grown adults. They've been together for...
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon.
Why can't she be her own
He spent
adult?
the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical.
True.
We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Hmm. One minute. This is long.
The first time we saw each other, it was strange.
Here we go.
We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection.
Yeah, when they would stare at each other through the
The
windows.
reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back.
Florence didn't tell her? Oh my
We
god.
just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I was 3 periods.
Wait, Eve was pregnant by him. He impregnated Eve too? What?
In his bed.
Holy shit.
Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice.
Oh my god, he got both of them pregnant.
I didn't tell him. I was 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us.
Oh my god.
I didn't tell him.
It was Eve's child. Holy fuck. And Eve took the blame for Hannah. Oh my god.
I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
You think she'd be happy for you that Simon impregnated you? What the fuck? Oh my god.
When she went home, Sam had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had.
But he knew who you were,
She knew
girl.
that instant,
That he impregnated you?
the look on his face.
Yeah. Yep. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, oh my god, that's crazy. So I had typed no, but if I had typed new, I would have received this. That is fucking insane. Wow, so he got, oh wow, no wonder she killed him. No wonder she killed him. Oh my god. So this is actually, Sarah is actually Eve's child. And hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Hannah was...
a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good...
Because Hannah never had the child. It was Eve.
She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
That is crazy. That's so cool. Okay, wow. So Simon got both of them pregnant, and then that's when Hannah fucking knew shit hit the fan, and she was like, oh my God, you are the father of my sister's child. So that's when she decided to put on the wig, to pretend to be Eve, just to confirm that he had fucked Eve and that it was his child. Then he did confirm. She went ballistic, took the present, and what a slap in the face. Fuck Simon, dude. That is crazy. That is crazy. So yes, of course I, as Sarah, understand now. And how? Okay, oh my God, from this 9th row, we still don't have anything. That is so crazy. Wow. Wow, y'all.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
Unless you're a twin. I think I just searched this one, yeah. One of the ones she's singing, she says Eric in. It's interesting. Wow, that is so crazy. I'm like, that was a vital piece of information that I missed. I'm glad I just like dove right back in. This game is so cool. It's so fun. It's so simple. Okay, here we go.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over. The witch was dead. I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Interesting. That is interesting.
I wouldn't say that. It could be passionate. It's just, it was more than that.
Yeah, there was a lot fucking more than that, apparently. Oh my God.
Looks like I had been with the other boys.
Holy shit.
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Fake. Fake.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense.
I'm like, it gets pretty difficult to find anything meaningful after this. Oh my god, the U. Okay, we got one.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
Sure. Sure.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Okay.
He has a wallet, a huge, silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. He always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. He sets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before he comes in.
Damn, this is a long clip. That was a long ass clip.
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem. No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Oh, whoops. Like, guess I did that one a couple times.
I think when I drove back, it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3. I didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. And I wasn't there.
I'm glad I missed a lot of these, like from this Red interview or whatever, because I feel like it would have been really misleading for me. It's like I definitely have done Simon multiple times. And that's it. What about Yes? Yeah, I think this is gonna be, oh, whoops. I think I'm ready to end. Think I'm ready to end. I just want to look at the database checker. Damn! Oh my God! Still from this 9th row, y'all. And also, there is a volume that's missing. It has to do with this hacking thing. It has to do with this hacking thing. Okay, there's quite a lot for Mum, but I've already seen them all. Cracks the class. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay. More from this day.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again? Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key.
You don't mean nothing at all to me. I don't know why that came in my head. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. I think we're fucking done. Yeah, I am super curious again about this 9th row. I feel like there's some critical information. Actually, why don't we try information? No? Critical. I didn't spell that right. No. Yeah, I mean, I am very curious, and how to get the missing volume, I do kind of want to know, but I don't... I'm assuming it has to do with this mirror game, but I don't want to play it. What about Portsmouth? I know she mentioned it once. One entry found. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I think... I'm just like going back and forth. No, I think I'm good. I think what I'm gonna do, and oh my gosh, it's so dark now. One, let me do this. And two, I'm going to capture my screen. Boom. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search for her story. And I want to see any other, like, any plot that I missed. So the interview tapes feature a woman, introduces herself as Hannah, whose husband Simon has gone missing. Hannah admits she and Simon had argued, but it has an alibi placing her in Glasgow when Simon disappeared, yes, with the watch. It's claimed that Hannah is actually two women, Hannah and Eve, identical twins separated at birth by the midwife Florence. Yep. Oh, Florence faked the death of one of the twins to claim one for herself? I don't remember that. I thought that Hannah's parents didn't want Eve and gave her to Florence. That's what I thought. Because then why would Eve have to hide from Hannah's parents? I don't understand that. Florence deliberately kept Eve indoors, and the twins were unaware of each other's existence until years later. Yep, when Florence died, Eve secretly moved in with Hannah. Yep. Yeah, that's my question. Like, why did Eve feel like she had to be a fake person around Hannah's parents? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, Hannah began dating Simon. Hannah slept with Simon, became pregnant. Yep. Forbade Eve from interacting with him. We got all that. Hannah and Simon were married and moved in together. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that. Well, Eve moved out to her own apartment and began wearing a wig. Ooh, they like say that as if it's like a crime. That's so funny. Yes, Hannah miscarried. Yep. She became infertile, or at least she thought. Yep, Simon encountered Eve at a bar that she was singing at. Smitten by her resemblance, the two began an affair. Yes, we knew that. Eve became pregnant but never told Simon. Yes. On their birthday, after Simon gifted Hannah a handmade mirror, she revealed the existence of Eve and her pregnancy, and of course Simon reacted weirdly. Hannah realized that Simon was the father of Eve's child after how he reacted to that statement. She kicked Simon out of the house. She argued with Eve over the affair. Huh. Causing the latter to leave for Glasgow. So Eve went to Glasgow. Okay, this is where it's getting a little murky for me. Simon returned and thinking Hannah was Eve. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, gifted her a similar handmade mirror And professed his desire to be with Eve instead of Hannah. Yeah, she became furious, revealed her identity. Yep, she shattered the mirror and inadvertently cut his throat. Yep. When Eve returned, and then we didn't get I don't think we got this information, but we knew from Eve's admittance. Yep. Agreeing that Eve's baby, yeah, and it was Eve's baby, it was the priority. Sarah. They hid Simon's body and agreed to use Eve's trip to Glasgow as an alibi. Okay, so this video was the last one. Eve says that Hannah's gone and she's never coming back, but mockingly asks, can you arrest someone who doesn't exist? She then requests a lawyer, and says that her comments are just stories. Oh, so that's the gag. We don't know if she's actually an identical twin. It is unclear if Eve's story of being an identical twin is true, an intentional fabrication meant to confuse the police, or a case of dissociative identity disorder with pieces of evidence lending credence to each theory. But like the tattoo, they surely couldn't both have tattoos, but I guess as the viewer, you're unsure because in a lot of the cases she's wearing sleeves. As the player uncovers enough of the story, a chat window appears asking if they're finished. Upon answering affirmatively, it is revealed that the player is Sarah, Eve's daughter. Yes, okay, very cool. Yes, and it was made by Sam Barlow, who worked on the Silent Hill games. These were the Silent Hill remakes, it looks like. Oh, for fuck's sake. I do not want to go to the wiki for what crowdfunding is. He became frustrated by publishers rejecting game pitches for being too kitchen sink. Okay, I don't need to know all of this. Barlow spent his savings to work on the game, allowing him a year of dev time. He followed through with the concept of her story as it focused on an intimate setting, dialogue, and character interaction, which he found was often dismissed in larger titles. I mean, that's so true, right? Like, I mean, I just played Expedition 33, which I think has everything, but like I understand that like when you're probably working with a big studio, you lose a lot of the story for probably the gameplay, and I could see how that would happen and how like working in a small budget or one person, it sounds like kind of game, how you could accomplish a lot more of what your goals are for the narrative as opposed to working in a large studio. Barlow compares it to the Dogma 95 filmmaking movement and Alfred Hitchcock's 48 film Rope. I am not familiar with either of those. Okay, the game is crowdfunded. That's cool. I mean, it makes sense. It's low budget. It could be crowdfunded probably. Barlow found that playing her story on mobile devices is a sofa experience. I don't know what that means. He also noted that it felt natural for it to be released on mobile, as they are regularly used to watch videos and search the internet. That's actually very true. Yeah, like this did feel a little weird on desktop, but it was kind of cool because it was clearly like for the 90s, of course, like you're going to like do this on desktop, or this is actually the early 2000s. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It's like I imagine myself as an amateur investigator at a police station, like going through the footage, and like of course that would be on like a not a laptop, but like a computer. So that made sense. But I could kind of see how it works on iPhone, but I'm actually curious to see how it would work on mobile. Yeah, the iPhone's smaller pixel size led to Barlow's doubts of a release on the platform, but he was influenced to release it upon receiving positive feedback through testing. Okay, cool. So they did some focus groups. Huh. Desktop thriller. I love that classification. Huh. He then conceived the idea to involve real video footage and the ability to access the footage through a database interface. Part Apple 2, part Windows 3.1, and part Windows 98. Wow, this is so cool. He compared the search mechanic to the Google search engine and wanted to run the idea that the player is essentially Googling. The game's concept was inspired by the TV series Homicide: Life on the Street, which Barlow found depicted police interviews being a gladiatorial arena for detectives. Barlow intentionally made the game's opening screen slightly too long to immediately notify the player of the slow pacing that would follow. That's interesting. The game mechanics became more minimalist as dev progressed. The initial plan for the game was for the player to work towards a definitive resolution, ultimately solving the crime. And I kind of felt that as I was playing. Like, your goal is to really figure out what happened, even though like there's no action that's going to come from it. It's just to understand the story, which I think is really cool and really powerful. However, when Barlow tested the concept on pre-existing interview transcripts, of convicted murder, okay, he began to discover themes surfacing within the interviews, particularly related to the concept of money, which is ultimately a large factor in the trial. Barlow felt that the story's appeal was the ambiguity of the investigation. Yeah, comparing it to Serial. Yeah, that makes sense. The appeal of Serial is a lack of a definitive solution, noting that people lean towards certain interpretations, which makes it interesting. That makes sense, but I feel like there is, I guess they're saying we don't actually know if the whole twin thing is real, and that's what's interesting about it, but that's funny because that's not the way I interpreted it at all. I kind of took it to heart. In fact, I even went even crazier, overcomplicated angle, being like, not only are they real, but they're switching for the police interviews. Yeah. You'd have to go so deep into it though, because I wasn't willing to like put in the work to be like, okay, on this day, they're wearing this. But like the thing with the bruises was interesting, because the thing with the bruises that I uncovered would hint that they are in fact real different people. Because the metabolism thing is hard to accept in my opinion, because the bruise was pretty deep. So to be like, oh yeah, I just have a fast metabolism, like it just fixes itself. I'm like, what? Also, is that really what a metabolism does? Does that affect bruises? I thought that was like appetite. Yes, as Hitchcock. To develop the story, Barlow placed the script into a spreadsheet, which became so large it often crashed. He mapped out every character involved in the investigation, including their backstories and agendas. He spent about half of development creating detailed documents charting the story's characters and events. God, like a police investigation, like the red tape and the yarn. I can see it right now. Once he had determined the game's concept more precisely, he ensured that the script contained layers of intrigue in order to interest the player to finish the game. He often replaced words of the script with synonyms to ensure that some clips were not associated with irrelevant words. When writing the script, Barlow generally avoided supernatural themes, but realized that it would involve a slight dreamlike surreal edge. I think it did do that, especially all the mention of like fairy tales. Actually, one of my first interpretations of this game, I was like, oh, is this actually... Oh my god, I'm realizing this entire time. My face is not up here. Oh my god. Hey. Hi again. This is so funny, dude. I need to get so much better at streaming. It's like not even funny. But yeah, like I do think that like the whole supernatural surrealist thing, I felt that really hardcore from this game. Actually, I thought the whole time, I was like, one of my first interpretations of the game was, oh, there's something witchy or ghosty happening with there potentially being multiple people and whatnot. So I found that to be a potential factor, like there being supernatural elements to the game. It was one of my first thoughts. All right. Sequel. Telling Lies was Barlow's spiritual sequel to her story. Rather than focusing on one central character, it features live action footage from the video conversations of 4 characters. What? Requires players to piece together events by searching the video clips to determine why these characters were under surveillance. What? Shut up. Wow. So am I playing this next? Wow, this does seem like the same thing from reading this. It plays out on a virtual desktop screen with its own operating system. The reflection of the player character can be seen on the monitor. When was this released? 2019. I want to see the reception. Oh wow, generally pretty good. Oh, generally really good. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. 80s and 90s. Well, PS4 actually received a lower score, which is interesting. Yeah, it scores best on mobile. That's so interesting.